Very good afternoon. Myself, Dr. Karan Dise. Today we will see the topic in MA Education. In that, Sociology of the Education, Unit number 2, Education and Socialization. And in that, the sub-unit is Social Stratification and Education. So, in that, today we will also see the definition of the social stratification and education, major basis of social stratification, relation between education and the social stratification. Now, introduction. So, what is the meaning of the social stratification? On the basis of wealth, power, and status, the term stratification refers to arrangement of layers, that is the grouping of people into superior and inferior position with different access to power and privilege. That means if we are knowing about the stratification, that stratification is be depend upon like wealth. Wealth means money. There are some people are having a very high money, medium money, and very low money. In that way, then the power. There are different types of power. We know political power, economical power, and also the status. So that is why it is depending upon these three conditions. Second one is also the social stratification. The term used to refer the division of society into layers. That means we know now we are making the classification of our society like as higher income society, lower income society. That means these are the layers of the society. Now there are some definitions by R.W. Murray. The social stratification is the vertical division of the society into higher and lower social units. That means the vertical division of the society. Vertical division is what? There are up and down. That is called as the vertical way. Second one, the Landberg is also stated. A stratified society is one marked by differences among people that are evaluated by them as being lower and higher. And again there are the meaning of like as higher, lower and higher categories. So these are the definitions, and according to Lemon, there are a good number of factors which give rise the social stratification wise age, gender, race, ethnicity, religion, disability, slavery, state, class, caste, and so on. So if we are seeing this definition, so that time we will get the more information about the stratification, like as in that the age. So the age. So that means we are knowing that the now we are suffering from that coronaviruses, and that coronavirus is affected in more than 60 years. That means in that we are classify the three things like a child, youth, or adult, and at the third stage, that is the old age people. So this is a very good definition for understanding the stratification. So now just a moment. After this, social stratification is an ongoing process of differentiation. Social stratification is institutionalized form of social inequality, and social stratification is the universal. If we are going in all over the world, there are different types of stratification. Either we know there is like as a gender, like as some economical, social certification. So these are the different things. And now today one more part is that the major basis of the social stratification. the social stratification is again depending upon the class. First, class is refers to the differentiate at the level of wealth. In this sense, it can be termed as the economic differentiation. So again, now we are looking towards this first word. There is a class. It is depending upon the wealth, and so that is why again we are moving towards like as the higher class, middle class, and lower class. It is depending upon our income basis. Second thing is what? Power. It refers to differential access to the power in society. It includes political power, social power, and other types of powers. Third is status. Again, it refers to the distribution prestige of social honor. So again, we are knowing that if some person has a good status, some person has a bad status, some person has a middle class status. So it is depending upon how much amount of the social things are social valuable that person in the society. So that is called the third one is status. And fourth one again there is a gender. Gender is a social cultural construction and provides a deeper analysis of inequalities existing between male and female. So again there is a differentiation between gender like as male and female. So sometimes if we are going some social areas, so that time the board is on that is hanging like as only the males are allowed, only the females are allowed, and now in our Maharashtra or in our India there are buses and there are some quotas is reserved for the female. So that type of the gender thing is also. So now the relationship between the education and the social stratification. So what are the relations between the education and social stratification? If we know the social stratification, so that time it is related to caste, class and the education. So we know in our India there are different types of caste, and on the basis of that caste, again we are classified in the classes, and it is related to education. So if we know or if we are getting the good education, so that time the caste and class will be vanished. So again the second is women education. The women education is also very important for our social stratification. Our Indian country, our women are not getting a lot of rights for going outside their houses. So that is why if we want to go or ban this old tradition and custom, so that times we must have to give the education to our women. Third one, the education of the poor and slum dwellers. So again, if we want to cancel this stratification or remove the stratification, so we must have to give the education the poor and slum dwellers. In our society, there are some slum areas. In that slum areas, some people are living there. The standard of thinking, the standard of living is also very low. If the education will be enriched to that area, so that time that poverty will be cancelled or it will be reduced and slumness is also reduced. Again, the religious groups, again in our Indian country or in other some countries, there are different types of religions. So there is a gap between the two religions. It will be reduced with the help of this education, and that social stratification will be going to down. Again, many cultures. So again in our India or in our some countries, there are different types of cultures and traditions. So that time, because of this education in the social stratification, the many cultures we will get the knowledge, we will get the information, and import and exports our traditions, our values also there. Then excessive population. So this is a very important in all over the world. So in our India there is a high population. So in that high population again there is a social stratification, a very crowded area, medium area, and very less area. So at that time in crowded area again there is a social stratification with the help of basis of the like as class, gender, economically. So at that time that education will be help for this excess population to reduce it. Because of this thing, the excessive things will be coming towards for reducing this. And last one is the poverty. So this poverty is also reduced with the help of the good education. Then this organization of the joint family. So now in our India, there is a disorganization, means separation of the family. Because of this separation of the families, there is a living father and mothers, and their father and mothers are living in a old age home. So because of this criteria or this condition, the disorganization is going on. So with the help of these social stratifications and education, this disorganization of the family will become in the joint family. And if there is a joint family, if the youth persons will be go outside the home, so at that time their children will take the care of their old age peoples, like as grandpa or grandmother. Then the disorganization of the values. Again, we know the values are going on down. So these values will be enhanced with the help of our education. Then master disorganization, materialism, politicization, social disorganization, individual disorganization, and economic difficulties. So remaining these are the some also important points are there. And now the last and important very part is that the impact of social stratification on education and its vice versa. So first, the impact of culture on education. So we know the aims and the ideals of the education are influenced by the values and patterns of the society. That means if the culture is very good, so at that time that education will be enhanced with the help of that culture, and their society there are some ideas, some aims that will be influenced by the values and the patterns of the society. Second part is very important, that is the curriculum. Curriculum is prepared according to the cultural society, and if there are some needs of that society need will be included in that curriculum. So that is why that curriculum is also very important. And third one is the methods of the teaching. So now the cultural thing is very important. If we want to inculcate that cultural values, so that time we require the curriculum. And if we prepare that curriculum, so with the help of this method of teaching, we will give the important things of the curriculum through the methods of the teaching. So that is why the culture and methods of the teachings are interconnected. They are interconnected to each other. The changing cultural patterns of the society exert influence upon the methods of the teaching. And previously teaching was teacher-centered, but now it has become student-centered. This is very important point. Before 10 years ago, there is a, like as our student, that means like as the teachers are very important, but now the students are very important in today's education system. That is why the today's education is like as a student center. Fourth one is the discipline. So cultural values influence the concept of the discipline. The present cultural patterns of the thinking and living are directly linked to our concept of the discipline, where the democratic values are accepted all over the world. That means the discipline is very important. Again, I am giving one example, like as we are suffering from that coronavirus is also there, and now why the reason behind of that, it is spreading fastly. The discipline of the social distance. We are not keeping these social distances in our Maharashtra, like as Mumbai or Pune. So that is why this is the very important part is also there. Now, fifth one is the textbook. Curriculum is contained in the textbooks. The textbooks are written according to the formulated or determined curriculum. Only those textbooks are welcome which foster and promote the cultural values and the ideals. So now the sixth part is their teacher. So teacher is also very important the part of this impact of the culture on education. 7 one is school. So we know the school is a small society. In that school, different types of students like as caste, gender, having different religious of the students are coming in a school. So that time the school is the mirror of the society. The total activities and programs of the schools are organized according to the cultural ideas and the values of the society which establishes and organizes the school. Hence, the school is the center of promoting, molding, reforming and developing the cultural pattern of the society. And now the last part is that again it's vice versa, the impact of education on the cultural. So first one is the preservation of the culture. With the help of our education we can preserve our culture. So like as we are knowing India having the different types of culture and having the different types of culture, but it has the unity. So that is the integration of cultural thing. That will be preserve our Indian culture. Second is the transmission of the culture. The function of the education is to transmit the social values and ideas to the young and capable members of the society. That means the cultural values, it will be transferred from one generation to the second generation, and the education is the medium of this transformation of the culture from one generation to second generation. Third one, the development of culture. Again, the function of the education is to bring the needed and desirable change in the cultural ideas and the values for the progress and continued development of the society. Fourth one, the continuity of the culture. Again, in short, if one generation has its culture, so its cultural will be transmitted from one to another generation, so as it is, and it maintained by the education. Fifth one, the development of the personality. This is also very, very important part. Education is the soul of the man or the soul of the human being. Why? Because the personality is developed in all levels with the help of the education. So that is why the development of the personality is the very main role of our education. So, and in this there are some references. Thank you so very much.